I think I made this at Kinko's today, too. I shouldn't have made it so small. Rope burns, love poems, and other forms of chafe. Caught in the many different angles of penetration, she was all holes wanting to be filled by a virgin sailor moon, 18 months from puberty or discharge. Caught between the horizon and believing in sight, there's become more than one reason to distrust images till you think words upon them with broken toothbrush. The devil has been decaffeinated by man, with no one being as proud as homosexuals. Flower pot relations automobile. She shows me how and where to bury pets. Tells me that poets are the greatest cowards for not being able to say what they really want to. And I can't help but agree, so I put her down for an adjective or two. Seems well worth the price of admission, knowing the heart is a well-dressed liver, and downward being heaven. I don't vote for a reason, but would be willing to bet the difference between sound and hearing is as long as the last time God felt regret. All right, we got one down. So, let's see. So when should I drink from? Put one on each side. Songs of Descent. Sitting outside, the rain's brittle leaves, plastic smiles, zazen. It was a buffalo steam sunrise hung with the snakes floating of 5 o'clock Mud Garden Creek, Leverkusen, Germany, where we don't try and be good people. Coming down off a 12-year flight, she threw her shadows across the sun with lips half-eaten. She looks good on the side, stage right, where what you're trying to say is, Tina, she whispered. I probably have a good time fucking you in the ass with attention to momentum, but I can feel it getting shorter. If this is my last chance to be alone, I'd like you to be there, between the mountain and the sea. The great empty nipple time with areolas dilated in the study of antiquity. She was still at 99% humidity and covered in salt, the great architect of stones that hold shadow. Water must burn in order to rise, naturally. He found it hard. First thing in the morning, lubricant. Red needle bird song, he rubbed his stomach and thought about her. 9 hours behind him. On a Friday night, muzzled bisexually, the kidney being the largest muscle, most commonly flexed for me. I remember feeling sad when it cleared, seeing a man with a butterfly net and a peach tree and surgically removed. She came, only to make him feel bad. All right, let's see. Sort of disorganized here because of Jonah and Pauline and the belly dancer. Can't tell if I've got a crush on Jonah now or the belly dancer. I do. I love them both. All right, fuck this notebook. Let's see. Buddhism, poetry, and other horrible truths. In the compost of thought, she knew how to keep the sun dry in the rain, and if I could only get wet on the inside, I might be clean enough to find a soft spot in God within these stale walls, with breaths tied up and her lava poured. To fall in more than once is cruel, but I'm only happy when talking about her or dreaming about him, and where's the big sunshine in that, with my best parts missing? I have little I can offer myself. In the act of living, I shouldn't be concerned with the anatomy of reason, but I'll take water over ice, both eucalyptus and porcelain, with my muscle covering her bone, and some things better left untied. She had the impact of smoke spreading out. I'm picking up pieces of hair you left behind, and though it's easier to look at it like a story, I can't find a good ending, knowing how scary it is to think that we could last even a lifetime. I got these big 3 title type deals going on here. Angels, freaks, and winners. That looks like a tree. Let's call it a tree, said Coyote to Earthmaker at the beginning. Numb with afterthought, all fatty tissue and empty calories, living a life without ventilation, she said, I'm done giving you calcium. You could make God blush with an exhibition in cessation. She was all pigtails and ass, could bind my intestines to her, water closet's blue sky cloud. She makes me wonder if I write because I'm a dirty man, or if I'm a dirty man because I write. In the chapel of ceramic mache, I'm born into the sound of puppies sobbing with no sense of latitude. Everything rolls uphill with my mouth soaked. I know my mind must whisper before it can shout, but it becomes hard when you find yourself with everything all the time. And by the way, thanks everyone for not doing that. Hey, when you gonna play 7 words? Fucking suck, you asshole. Everyone's been really cool about that, and I appreciate that. So, me and Jonah were talking earlier about community being a lot cooler than scene. And, so it's really cool to have everyone here, digging on that stuff. And I haven't heard one cell phone, which is cool because I'm drinking from bottles. So, yes. Dirty poems on parole. This isn't your first mistake, and wouldn't you like to know? With mouths dirty, we're so ugly, right? Before we kiss. And what's with all the foam? Just watching her is a great way to lose weight. Smelling like moisture in bloom, hands in the air, feeling her wet fronts. He could see himself diving great depths for even a little unused meat, while the sky's shoulders began to shake, upsetting woman's menstrual truth. Men are helpless in sunshine. That's why there are no famous jugglers in the souvenir shop. She puts me through a series of short surgeries, staring up at the watered-down stars' fountains. I give up the gesture of planting as I pull her scales off, replaced by palmistry, tar eucalyptus square wheels. Children only climb because they haven't learned that it's not the falling that hurts. But I still walk by her restrooms because it's beautiful when it comes out of a woman, using reclaimed water for irrigation in rose parades. The trees hide the wind's shape and size. So Jesus, don't sink me yet. I'm not the only shipwreck worth watching, giving the water body, in the color of your cape following me, between the river and the sea, the tracks in the ocean. I know I'm going to make the same mistake twice.